Good morning. I am Debbie Chronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm here this morning to show you some fun new products that we have coming out in our new and 2024-25, can you believe it, annual catalog. And so I am going to do this each week and introduce you to one of the new in colors each week. As well, I show you one of my favorite stamp sets that's retiring. So the retiring stamp sets, make sure that you place your order and get them in while they're still available. And actually, they'll probably be, well, this one's a bundle, the one I'm showing today. And for the new in colors, you can start your list for May, which sounds so far away, but I'll be doing this all during April. And so you can start your list for the new in colors in May. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you? I was at On Stage. It was great. We had a wonderful time. It was, On Stage is a celebration, is basically what it is. It's a celebration and an introduction to the new products. Backstage is more of a training for demonstrators. And so it's a difference. You have to think about what you're going, the purpose of your going. So On Stage was fun. It was exciting to get to see new products. It was fun to see people that I hadn't seen before, or at least in a while. And so it was just a great time. I did stop at my daughter's prior to arriving at On Stage in Colorado to visit her and see how she's doing. For those of you who know, she's been struggling with ovarian cancer. She was last year. She battled it. She has conquered it. She is cancer-free. And so I did get to spend a few days with her. It went so fast. I wasn't ready to leave, but I knew that I needed to move on. So thank you for joining me here today. And I'm going to get started. All the instructions will be placed on my blog later today, so don't look for them right after the video. They won't be there. It takes time to get all this converted over and on my blog. So it will be on my blog, and I will put the link in the bottom when I place this video on YouTube. So let's get started. I'm going to switch you over and get you going here, so that you can see, whoops, that didn't, okay, come on. Yes, Lisa. All right, there we go. So here we have Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink is back. Isn't that exciting? I think that's exciting for us. I love this color. It was always a really good pink. And so first thing I want to show you is what to do when you get that stamp pad. Let me just grab another one. I don't want to do this, do I? Do I want to show you another new color? I don't know if I have a second Pretty in Pink that I can do. Oh, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is when you get a brand new stamp pad, this is how you want to assemble it, or this is how I assemble it. How about that? So this is my Pretty in Pink pad. I'm going to tip this a little bit more just so you guys get a better shot there. Okay, so this is my Pretty in Pink pad. You turn it over, and on the back are the labels. So what you want to do is you want to peel off, and you want to try to get both this clear layer here and the layer underneath it, if you can. Sometimes that layer doesn't want to come off, but it makes them stack a little nicer if you're stacking your pads. So I usually try to catch both of them and pull them up. And you're going to want to go slow. Oops, and it's not peeling. So I'm going to approach it from this angle. So, because this angle over here is not going to peel, it's going to leave some of that behind. So is that one now. I'm sure if I huff on it, let's try that and see if that works. Nope. Okay, so we're going to just peel that off. So some of that is going to stay on there. And it's not the end of the world. Most of it came off. So if you really don't want it on there, you can rub it and scrape it off. Okay, then let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to peel off the first one, which says Pretty in Pink in English. and just adhere it to the end of my pad so that when they're stacked, then I can see that. So then I'm going to pull off the bottom one here, which has no writing at all. And that one is going to go on the side of my pad. Now this is so that when the pad is open, we can see the color of it. Because sometimes when you've got pads open, they're so dark that you can't tell what they are. This one could be petal pink when I look at it. It could be, what else? Let's see. It could be another color. We'll just say that. Okay, then I'm going to pull off the other one that says pretty in pink. The other two are, one's written in French, and one is just says rose, which is probably maybe German. Yeah, those I'm going to toss. I don't need those. And so I'm just going to attach this down here in the bottom of this and try to do it without getting ink all over my fingers. That's usually the hardest part. So I'm going to take my tweezers here and just straighten that out and just put that in the bottom and press it down. And there we are. Okay. There's probably an easier way to do that, but there, it's done. So now when I open my pad and slide it, I have pink here, I have pretty in pink here. So I know this is pretty in pink. There's no doubt about it. But you don't always look at the same place. So anyway, that's how I put my pads together. So today I am using Two Tone Flora. I love Two Tone Flora. It's one of my favorite stamp sets. I love two-step stamping. Two-step stamping is where you use an outline and you have another stamp that fills it in. So this one is actually, I believe, three-step stamping because it has a center that you could use as well. Now that one goes to that, but I thought there was a center in here. Maybe not. No, there isn't. So it's two-step stamping. So these two go together, these two go together, these two go together, these two go together. And then these are just little accent pieces. This does come with a set of dies, or we do have dies that coordinate with it. This is one of the dies. It's the large, the background die. It's beautiful when it's cut out. And then these are the dies that cut out these images over here. So this is available. It's on the retired list. So make sure that you get it. And I will put those numbers on on the videos. Okay, so the card that we're going to make, I don't have one made up yet. It's a format that I've been using a lot lately. And so we're going to start with a piece of basic white, and we're going to stamp our flowers. So I need the stamp. Okay, so this is the tricky part. So what I have done is, you see this stamp? I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but in the middle of that stamp, I took a Sharpie, a very pointed Sharpie, and I just put some little dots there. Where those little dots are, I just went like that. It does not come out because you're cleaning it with water. And so it will stay in there, but that way I could line up my my stamps easier, especially on this one because those little dots are so small and they're so critical. So I'm going to start with my outline, and I'm going to stamp my outline on my paper, my cardstock, on a piece of white cardstock, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to stamp off on this one, and I am using Pretty in Pink. I'm going to stamp off on that one, and then I'm going to stamp this again. I'm going to try to keep it in the camera, but keep my head out of it, and still be able to line it up and see, because I have glare off of my lights. We'll see how this works. I don't know if I got it straight or not. I didn't. Let's turn those lights off. I know that my camera will adjust, and I think there'll be plenty of light. Let's try this again. Okay, so I'm going to, because I was getting so much glare off of the block that I couldn't see it. And I know I have plenty here for this. And now it's too dark to see. Can't win. Okay. We're just going to hope it lines up right. You definitely, oh, that was better. Okay. You definitely want some good lighting when you're doing this just because of that. And this pink is not real dark. It's a pretty light pink. So just for the sake of lining it up, you want some good lighting. And I'm just going to look and see if I can figure out where my little dots are. Not too bad. Okay. So then we need 2 of that flower. We need 1 of this one. And once again, I stamp with the darkest part first so that I can see the outline. And I'm going to stamp that one off. And that's the wrong one. This one. Yeah, you want to double check your blocks and make sure. Now this one has a little drop area right here, right in this area. And that's what I'm going to use to line up this one. So, and that top edge. See if I got it right. Not bad. Okay. And then we need a couple of leaves. And I'm going to use the, what is it? Help. What is it? I always have a problem with the name of this pad for some reason. It is Soft Sea Foam. And I'm going to use that for my leaves. So I'm going to stamp 2 sets of leaves. That's on I just re-inked this pad, so it's a little intense. And then I'm going to also stamp this little stem here. See if I can get this one good. Okay, now through the magic of TV, I have already got these stamped and cut. So you would die cut them out, and I will die cut these later and finish my second card. I am going to turn that light back on because it's dark in here. We are having a gloomy day today in Northern California. So there are my images all stamped and ready to go. All right, and so you would die cut them with the dies that coordinate with those, and you would end up with this. This is a really super simple fold that I'm doing, but I've been doing it a lot lately, and it's just so each week I will show you a different fold. How about that? So this one, this is, oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful paper. And I think this side is probably the one I'm going to be using the most. So this is our new 2025, I was going to say 19, wasn't I? 2025 through 24 through 25 designer series paper. And so it's got these 4 patterns. So it's got the dots, the stripes, the leaf, and this pattern. And I love this pattern for some reason. That's my favorite. And then, oops, you weren't supposed to see all those, were you? Now you saw the new in colors. It's okay. You're going to see it when I do the bling anyway. So I did cut a piece of this, and I'm just going to attach this. And so what I've done is a Z-fold card here. Super simple. You just cut it at 5.5 by 8.5. You score it at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. And then you fold the front back. You fold it in half and fold the front panel back. So we're just going to attach that right there. This is going to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and put that in. And this is pretty in pink. Let's see. Let's turn it sideways, and then that way I have a better, it usually ends up straighter that way. Okay, and then I did cut this at a very small margin to go in here, just because I cut my designer series paper that way. So we're just going to have a little margin all the way around. I love the green glue because I can still adjust it a little bit, at least for a couple of seconds here. There we go. Helps my cards come out straighter. Okay, and then I embossed the piece of basic white with the basics embossing folder. This is one of our online folders, and so be sure to check that out. It comes in a set of 3. So there's that one, and then there's, I think there's a dot, and, I don't know. There's 3 of them, though. They come together. They're just good basic embossing folders. I like this one. It's kind of thatched. It's like hashtags all over. So, okay. So for this, I want to make sure that this is lined up. Oh, this goes on my white. Sorry. This is going to go on my white here. So just going to attach that to there. Just like that. Super simple. I'm going to attach this to the front of my card here. So I am going to put some adhesive on this edge only. And then center it on my card. So I want to make sure this is folded down. I also want to make sure my white piece underneath is covered. There we go. Lined up perfectly. And if your white piece underneath is crooked, line it up crooked. No, straighten it out. Because otherwise it'll show, and you don't want it to show when it's closed. All right, then I have my beautiful flowers, which I have cut. And I have 2 large ones. They're going to go up there. This one, I'm not going to put a greeting on this. So then it can be any purpose card, right? So those 2 are going to go there. This one is going to go down here. And we're going to tuck our leaves in. So let's get some, I'm going to start with these. And I'm going to attach this. You can see I stamped on the back of that one. Practice makes perfect, right? I'm going to come up a little bit on that one. And this one. And I'm going to pop up that last one. So you notice I didn't put glue around the edge. I just put it in the center. Because then that allows me to tuck this under. Which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some glue on that. And just tuck that underneath there. Like that. I probably should glue this down just so it doesn't get caught going in and out of the envelope, right? Okay. Then this one I am going to pop up on dimensionals. And I'm hoping I still have dimensionals around. I know I was getting low. So all I have here are the minis. So we'll use minis. That's okay. That works. Right? These probably came in a paper pumpkin kit. So I've been working on paper pumpkin the last couple of days. And I have a class on Friday. And I'm going to finish cutting today and then we'll be ready. Okay, let's put those on and press them down good and peel those off. Just like that. Okay, attach that. I have a piece of the beautiful ribbon, the in color ribbons. Isn't that gorgeous? It's such a nice ribbon. It's 3/8 inch wide, which is really nice, one of my favorite sizes. And it's soft and it ties very well. So I'm going to attach that to the front of my card as soon as I find the end of my glue dots here. And that's going to go right down here. Just kind of there. Let's tuck these under, and I'm going to put these on with glue dots. Makes it quick and easy. And they're secure. Okay. Come on, let go. It doesn't want to let go. Give me the glue dot too. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to tuck this one under here. See, that's a good thing about putting that glue only in the center. Or if you're putting a dimensional on, only put it in the center. And then that way you can still tuck things underneath. And this one's going to go right under here. I'm going to have to turn my card around to get to this one on the... Well, I might need a pair of tweezers just to get that one on. Okay, there we are. You know, this looks like it needs some Wink of Stella, but I don't have any with me. Okay, so let's add some bling to it. So our 2024 bling, 24-25 bling for the in color, actually they're 24-26, but the bling changes every year. So I'm going to call them 24-26 is what they've called them. But these are the two choices we have. So we have this, which is shimmery, and they are called shimmer gems. And this one is called the resin dots. So we have two different ones this year, which is amazing. Wonder what we're going to have for our 2020. Oh, this is so confusing. 20 for last year's. How about that? I have no idea. So I am going to use some pretty in pink, and you can see I've already dug into these and just add a little bit of shimmer to that and by doing that. And that is my card for today. So this is Two Tone Flora, which is retiring, and Pretty in Pink, which is one of our returning colors. It is considered an in color for this year. So I will be here next week. I'll make up more samples next week. How about that? And so I'll be here next week at 10 a.m. Pacific time with another in color. I'm not sure which one I'll be using. We do have blends, of course, that go with this, and we have the markers. So the Stampin' Up markers also are part of that in color. So we have a really good selection to get you started. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all next week at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Bye-bye.